Joining us now, the freshly minted Hall of Famer, Mike Piazza, who joins us. Mike, congratulations. How are you this morning?
Hey, great, man. On cloud nine, man. I appreciate it very much.
Give me the call. What was it like yesterday?
Well, I mean, it's nerve-wracking, I got to tell you, because, they tell you at a certain time, and you're sitting there, and you're like, man, oh, man, you don't know, obviously, with the last 2 years being very close. And, but, yeah, once you get the call, it's just an amazing feeling. You can't describe it, I mean, because you start to put your whole career and your life in perspective and look back of all the, the times of, as a kid and dreaming just to be a major leaguer and eventually becoming a major leaguer and having, the career and the run that I had and the experiences that I had, the teammates, the coaches. So you really have this panorama of your life. It's really, it's just, like I said, you can't describe it. Euphoric.
How difficult is it to read what is written about why you get in or won't get in? The last couple of years, prior to this year, I don't know how much you read or your wife reads or family, friends. And
well, I got to tell you, man, this goes to definitely date myself. When I was a kid or came up with the Dodgers and Roy Campanella, who was so special before he passed away, I was able to talk with him. And he just had this expression that just said, just play the game. He said, just play the game, do your job. And he says, don't worry about what they write. Don't worry about what they say. Don't worry. He goes, the fans, he goes, you can have a good day. They're going to cheer. You're going to have a bad day. They're going to boo. And it kind of put it in perspective. So to kind of transfer what you're saying is I can't, there's nothing I have this amazing ability just to kind of be laissez-faire and live life and stay positive and let the people who debate. Obviously some of them very interesting and you're right. It's tough when people are critical of you and your work, but that's part of the territory. And so I just kind of just try to chalk it up and just dwell on the, the good things and all the experiences that I mentioned.
Why not, like the rumor innuendo, did you fight it? Can you fight it? I don't even know if it's fair.
Not really. I just think it is what it is. And to go around, just try to stomp out all these, these little things that just, you can't do it. It really doesn't, make any sense. And unfortunately, that's just, I think it was accentuated for me, obviously being in LA and playing in New York. And, if I could tell you, being in New York, and I wrote about this, about half the stuff before even the internet and Facebook and Twitter and all this, the stuff that I read, like, in the tabloids in New York about me were hysterical. And so, I learned that you just have to kind of, there's nothing you can do. And you just kind of hey, if it is what it is. And like I said, you have to live your life and just be focused on the positive things in your life and realize that, the things that you've accomplished, the work and the dedication and the perseverance is something for me that I truly dwell on.
You're going to go in as a Met. Was there thought with the Dodgers?
Well, I think it's important to say I have absolutely no animosity or negative feelings towards the Dodgers. I mean, I think, that'll always be a huge part of my, my past as far as coming up. And they gave me the opportunity and coming up and going to spring training and seeing Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale and, as I mentioned, Roy Campanella and Johnny Roseborough and Maury Wills. I mean, that was something for me that was not only inspiring, but the instruction that I got was huge. And we had a falling out and parted ways, and I think both of us were definitely at fault. But the good thing is it got me to New York, and it taught me that coming here wasn't going to be easy, and I had a true baptism of fire here, and eventually was able to focus and say, hey, I have to go out here and perform for these people and find a way to get it done, and I did, and they just totally have taken me into their family, and it's just been something that I can't, describe the relationship I've had with the New York Mets fans. It's been amazing, really touching.
Give me the one at bat that you would want to show, the video for the Hall of Fame. Is there one that stands out?
It's a good question. I mean, I got to tell you, I've been fortunate to really refine my craft and square up some really nice swings. I mean, I love to hit, and it was something that. No, I mean, I obviously
don't be humble here, Mike. Give me the one you squared up on.
Humble, yeah, maybe I'm getting a little. I don't know, man. I squared a few up. Man, I was looking at a couple of highlights back. For me, I think the 10-run inning against Atlanta. That game. I think it was 2000 late. It was around July 4th or something. Because I remember we were getting blown out, and the people obviously were staying around because they wanted to see the fireworks. So you had 56,000 people at Shea Stadium, and of course it was uncomfortable. They're booing us like crazy, and then we got and we're like, we just want to get this game over and get out of here, beat the crowd home, because they're going to be watching the fireworks. And next thing you know, we rallied. Fonzie got a big 2-strike hit to tie the game up, and obviously I went deep after that.
And that was bottom of the 8th that you hit a 3-run homer, didn't you?
Yeah, and that place was rocking. I mean, I've had people in the media, they came down to me, they said, we were in the press box, and we really felt the upper deck was moving. It just was one of those nights that was electric. So, yeah, and I usually didn't pull a lot of balls, but, Mulholland threw that hard cutter in, so I had to kind of get the bat head on it. I did, and kept it fair. So that to me was just, people still just came up to me and described that home run. So I think probably that one there.
Here's a serious question. Will your Hall of Fame plaque have a mustache and or mullet that you had earlier in your career?
I'm going to have to go over the proofs to make sure. I was going to go with the mutton chops. Like I came up with the Fu Manchu.
Wow.
And, that was my homage. I mean, because, I grew up in the 70s with, watching the guys, when Schmitty had a perm, and guys had perms, and the guys from the A's had all those, the facial hair, Raleigh fingers. So that was something for me that I took into the 90s. Probably didn't transfer well, but it's part of my motif. So, yeah, they told me I'm going to, look at some of the proofs and see. So I'm sure it'll be pretty cool. I don't think we'll be able to put the blonde hair on the plaque.
You got to go mullet, though. You got to go mullet, dude.
Oh, straight mullet? Like trucky mullet? Yeah,
like unit mullet.
Oh man, he had the big one working. I don't know if that brush will ever come back again. But, yeah.
Hey, congrats on it, and enjoy the ride.
I appreciate it very much, man. Have a great day.
All right, Mike Piazza, Hall of Famer.